Be in charge at one point to get you all to agree on a consensus group favorite. And then later we're going to reveal it. In the meantime, my fellow wine expert Emily is going to give our home audience a little introduction to these French whites. So let's go to Emily.
Thanks, Ray. First, Cédric Bardin, Pouilly Fumé, 2009. Cédric Bardin's mother is from Sancerres and his father from Pouilly Fumé. So clearly, he was born to make great Sauvignon Blanc. Certainly, that's clear from the vivid flintiness of this charming white. Our second wine is the 2009 Domaine Vacheron Sancerres. This acclaimed estate, run by brothers Jean-Louis and Jean-Dominique Vacheron, is one of the few properties in Sancerres found according to the rigorous organic approach known as biodynamics. With a great respect for nature, these brothers make a pure Sauvignon Blanc. Next is the 2007 La Doucette Pouilly Fumé, which comes from one of the largest and most famous properties in Pouilly Fumé. It has been in the same family since 1787, when it was purchased from the illegitimate daughter of King Louis XV. This bright Sauvignon Blanc gets its freshness from aging in glass-style tanks. Now we have the 2009 Yves Martin Sancerres Chavignol. This tiny family-run estate owns just 21 acres of vineyards, but in one of the most famed part of Sancerres appellation, Chavignol, which is also known for its extraordinary goat cheeses. They use sustainable farming, where they keep the use of fertilizers and pesticides to a minimum. Our fifth wine is Pascal Cotta's 2009 Sancerres from Les Mondanais Vineyard. Pascal Cotta is a traditionalist, making unusually rich, extraordinary wines from his family's vineyards. This vineyard's name translates as the Damned Mountains and is so steep that harvesters scoot down the hills on cushions, picking the grapes as they go. Finally, we have the 2009 Noël Bougrier Les Auvrais Sancerres. The Bougrier family makes wines from throughout the Loire. Reds from Chinon and Saumur-Champigny, rosés from Menetou Salon, and whites from Muscadet, Vouvray, and of course, Sancerres, like this one. That's a lot of wine, but this is a big family. All of our wines were selected by an independent panel of wine experts. They narrowed down a group of 20 candidates to the 6 wines we're pouring today. Our cultured yet zany studio audience just finished their blind taste test of our 6 wines. I'm looking forward to the results.
Well, before we get started, why don't I tell you a little bit about Sauvignon Blanc from France's Loire Valley. This is essentially the homeland of Sauvignon Blanc, as far as I'm concerned. This is the soul of Sauvignon Blanc. Sancerres, Pouilly Fumé, all the other small regions in the Loire that produce Sauvignon Blanc. They're world-renowned appellations, and they're justifiably world-renowned because I think they make just fantastic wines. To me, the best Loire Sauvignons do this amazing job of kind of combining fresh, vivid citrusy flavors with a kind of flinty, stony minerality or intensity that's really remarkable. And so it's this balancing act between the fruit and the savory, stony notes that makes the wine so wonderful. We want you to taste the 6 wines. There are 6 of them. There are 3 in front of you. There are 3 more that will come out in a second. And we want you to pick the one you like the best.
Ray has asked our audience to choose their favorite wine. I'm anxious to know what they picked. Have you made a decision? Yes! They're on shy, this audience. But before we tell you their choice, let's sit down with Stanley Tucci, Ray, our guests, and our 6 new friends from the Loire Valley. On y va!
Time to try the first wine. You're going to notice there's a blue ribbon on the glass that comes to you. That matches up with the blue coaster, so the wines can be told apart by color, or you can just call them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one thing to know about Sancerres and Pouilly Fumé, they're directly across the Loire River from each other. The soil is slightly different. Fumé, I tend to think of as having a flinty kind of smoky note. Sancerres tends to be more of a kind of, racy, citrusy side of things. But I'm going to disappear and bring out, kind of get the next wine going. But you might tell them a little bit about why Fumé is Fumé.
Why Fumé is Fumé? Yes. Well, Fumé means smoked. And what you'll notice most of the time when you taste these wines, the Pouilly Fumé that comes from there, they have such a soil, such vineyards that are covered with little pebbles that if you go there and you kind of hit the stones, you would smell that little smoke. The wines have that character too. So that's why they call it Pouilly Fumé, for the smoky character in the nose, but almost on the palate.